And speaking of Maha, at Making America Healthy Again, that was one of his main stated aims before he came into government. Could you explain what his main goals are, and yours?
Well, you know, what's interesting is that the election of President Trump was by such a clear margin, beating Kamala Harris, almost certainly happened because of the Make America Healthy Again movement, which was instigated by Robert Kennedy Jr. And that's because people are fed up. People are realizing that there's such a huge burden of chronic disease, which has been getting worse over many, many years, over the last couple of decades. No government has really taken action. No government has really put it at the forefront of policy. And the time was right, I think. And I think nothing has exemplified the problem in terms of the systemic failures than what happened during COVID and the handling of the pandemic, both in the fact that there were lockdowns that happened that we now know probably caused more harm than good. They should have been focused protection on high-risk elderly people. And I think what really galvanized this movement, Mihal, amongst the people on the grassroots and the voters was really the mismanagement of the COVID vaccine. We now know from reanalysis of the original trials of Pfizer and Moderna that one was more likely to suffer serious harm on average from taking the vaccine than to suffer harm from COVID. And that data was available from the beginning if it was independently analyzed. The regulators didn't really do their job properly, in part because, unfortunately, there is a bias because they're funded by the pharmaceutical industry.